All right, so this is our schedule, all right? I'm going to walk you through, it's a 7-day event. I'm going to walk you through, but then it's technically going to take 8 days, though, because we're going to have transportation days. But I don't know what they sold it as a 7-day event. It's an 8-day event, kids. You're going to have so much fun. All right, this is our first Monday, okay? 6:15 is what I'm recommending that you meet in the TCC parking lot. It does say 6:30 on other places that you'll see. But if you're there at 6:15, that lets us get organized and really take the time to know we have everybody. Yes?
Is this emailable, or do we need to take some photos of some of the important?
No, all this will be available after the meeting in a document. All right? So we have been informed that because we have so many, we may have to divide. We're still working on that, but we may have to divide into 2 different buses. I know. We're fighting to figure out what that looks like. I'd love for us not to be split up at all, but obviously we're going to put an adult with the other bus too if we get split up. At any point, you're not going to have like 8 of our students off without one of our chaperones on that bus with them. So we will be working on that, who's riding on bus number 2, who's riding on bus number 3, and trying to make that the best for everybody. All right, and so our goal is at 6:30 for us to be loading up and pulling out, because we don't want to get into Tampa too late, because it's a very long drive. All right, so just expect the first Monday is just driving, stopping for lunch, driving, stopping for dinner, and I don't think we're planning on stopping for breakfast. So I will get some clarification to you guys if they're going to provide breakfast at TCC. I know Jamin's not going to be there. Jamin is our NYC coordinator, and he's going to be down in Florida already. And so I'm going to give you guys more information about, do you need to feed them before you drop them off at 6:30? Because that information just wasn't given to me yet. All right. So any questions about Monday before we move on? I don't want you to leave here without having your questions answered, but yes.
Will we know like what stops are going to be, because JC and I might have a possible conflict, so if we have a conflict, like, will I know the stops
Like-
so I can get her?
So we don't know right now.
But will we before?
Maybe. Obviously, what would happen in that case is we would have to kind of be playing by ear, like, okay, we will work out that detail. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
it will be July 2nd that the conflict would happen.
July 2nd?
It would be the day before if we have a conflict. Like, we will
Oh,
not
you won't know.
We will not know until July 2nd.
So it sounds like we're gonna have to work it out on July 2nd, but I'll try to get that information. I imagine that they're pre-planning where they're going to stop.
Okay.
Are they going to tell me? Probably not, unless I ask. So I'll
Okay.
ask that question for you and get back to you.
We're not going to worry about it because it's most likely not going to happen, but it could.
Good. Okay. I hope it doesn't. I don't know what I'm hoping for. Yes.
For the bus ride, will there be like snacks and stuff for them to have, like from the district, or do we need to pack them?
As far as I know, the district is not providing snacks, and so you'll see on the what to bring list, they are recommending that you bring snacks because it is a very long bus ride, and we're not going to be stopping because there's bathroom on the. You don't just stop every 5 minutes because the kid has to go to the bathroom. We're hoping to drive till lunch, drive till dinner kind of a situation, or maybe they stop for when they need gas. But I would not count on them being able to buy snacks at all. I would give them enough snacks to get through that bus ride if I was you. But just because you just don't know, and we're not the ones who control the buses. So if we want to stop for snacks, we can't just like pull the bin like, hey, stop the bus, I'm getting me some Fritos or something. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So if you wouldn't mind packing some snacks for them, where obviously the meals are provided, but as far as snacks, there won't be any snacks provided. Any other questions about Monday? I know it's a big day.
They want to know who the bus.
Oh yeah, they're hiring professional, like these people do this all day long, every day of their life. All right.
The carnival's
Are we
all
good?
set.
Can we move on,
We're driving.
students?
Yes.
All right, good. All right. Tuesday is going to look a lot more fun, except you guys are going to be waking up early on Tuesday. We are waking up early, though, so that we can go to the theme park. Our students are going to be going to... We're going to Busch Gardens, all right? I've never been to Busch Gardens. I hope that it is all that it is cracked up to be. I hear it's really, really fun. This is kind of our fun day. There's nothing, there's not like a church service. There's nothing they have to be responsible for. They are literally just going to go have a blast and enjoy time together, making memories and making friendships at a theme park. All of our meal packages have been purchased, so they will eat their meals at the theme park. And so that does include certain amount of snacks, but as you'll see later on, I'm recommending that you send just a little bit of money with them so that they could, if they needed to, if they get hot, need to buy a drink, and it's not included or something, that they have that option just in case. So, and then we are actually staying late because they're doing a special 4th of July fireworks celebration at the theme park. And so instead of like going and watching like the Nashville one or like the city do one, the theme park is throwing it. We're already there. We just thought, what a great way to line those two things up. And we will stay at the park. And if you've ever been to Disney, I'm sure it's a lot like the end of the night at Disney, but except we're in Busch Gardens and it'll be great. We're planning on getting back pretty late that night to the hotel. Any questions about Tuesday?
Can I volunteer as chaperone?
If you just showed up at Busch Gardens, I guess I couldn't stop you. So, you know, you just do what you're going to do there. All right, here's Wednesday. Wednesday is going to start off with a church service. Our district, remember those 400 people that we're taking? Our district is going to have a church service somewhere. They're still working on a church or some location near the hotel that we can all gather together and be able to have a service that's just us, which we haven't done that at an NYC before. We're excited about that. Usually you're just a group with these masses of people, and I get some time to just be us and to just have our own church service to really prepare us spiritually for what the next portion of the trip is going to be. It's going to be great. And then we're going to have lunch, and then that afternoon, evening, is the Trevecca is throwing us a beach party. And so Trevecca has a team of college students that their whole job is to make this experience great for your students. They'll probably know some of these students. They'll probably know some of them from leading worship at summer camp or summer ministry team. But Trevecca really just wants to build a relationship so that your student knows that this college wants them to be a part of it. They're not selling them anything. It's really just that Trevecca looks like a good college option for your students, and they want to get to know your students and build that relationship. This is a great way for them to start having those financial talks with. They will definitely have all their admissions counselors there. If your student is thinking about Trevecca, this is a great opportunity for them to kind of get the foot in the door and say, hey, is this a university that I might consider going to when I graduate? So this party's for them. It's going to be on the beach. It's the first of 2 experiences on the beach, and it's going to be an incredible time. It's a private beach. We rented it out. It's just our people. It's that middle. It's not the 400, but it's the 2,000 people that come to TNT. All the people that go to TNT will be at this beach party. Any questions about Tuesday? Yeah.
Do I have to wear a one piece?
To the beach? Yes. We recommend that all adult men wear one pieces to the beach.
I'm specifically asking for someone who doesn't want to raise their hand.
All right, so this is our official statement. It's actually in the what to bring list, but I'll read it off now. We want you to not leave things. Yeah, no, that's backwards. We want you to leave things to the imagination. We do not want any, we don't want revealing bathing suits. Does that make sense? And so what we're going to stress is that you please be modest. We don't enforce a one-piece rule as much as we enforce please understand that we represent the church and that your students are in this place with thousands of other students, and it would be really nice if we set a good example of let's be appropriate. And so no, it doesn't have to be a one piece, but should it be a bikini? No. And so yeah, okay. Yes.
I would just share with the students that the last thing that you want is an adult from another church or from your own to tell you that your swimsuit is not appropriate.
Right.
So you should have that conversation before you go with your parents as you're packing, because it'd be better to do it on the front end than to be there at the trip already.
Yep.
Make sense?
Yeah. So parents, the challenge is on you to, would you look over what your student is packing? Yep. All right. I like that. Any other questions about Tuesday? Wednesday. We're on Wednesday. Sorry. Any questions about Wednesday? All right. See, now that's all, a lot of the, that's kind of like the leading up to what it really is the start of the NYC conference, okay? And so this is the day one of getting into the arena, getting into the convention hall. We're gonna wake up in our hotel, we're gonna load back on those same buses, and then we're gonna drive into the arena, all right? And so it's the Tampa Bay Arena. I think it holds like 20,000 people. We're gonna fill it halfway up with about 10,000 people, and so it's gonna be incredible. You're gonna see some footage in a minute of what that can look like. And what's really neat is there's people that are in our church that are involved with our church that come here that are actually putting on the portion that's in the arena. They're in charge of making sure that all that happens and what it looks like and who they book for talent and all that stuff. They go to this church, and I just think that's really cool that a lot of our church DNA has been intertwined with this NYC event. And I think our students will continue to benefit from the people that want to live into them being in our congregation too. All right, so we're going to start off with session one. Sessions are look a little bit like the kids come into the arena. We're all in there. Everybody's really excited because they've never seen anything like it. It'll look like they'll do their best to, it won't look like there's an empty seat in the house. It won't look like, oh, well, we only filled it up halfway. Like the way they designed this thing is it's going to look like we just filled the entire arena. And we're gonna be in there together. You're going to look, you're going to say, wow, look at all these other students that are like me. All these other students who have a story, and you're going to get a chance, they're going to get a chance to meet a bunch of new people and to really experience different cultures and different people from all across America, all across Canada. And they're going to have that opportunity in the arena is the first time they're going to really interact with the big group. And so we'll have what is essentially a morning church service in the arena where they've got some incredible speakers that are going to be rotating, and we will probably give you a list of those. Those have been published. But they've got incredible speakers they're going to hear from. And the way it works is you get like a staff, or not staff, but an event pastor. There's 4 event pastors that are kind of lead us through every service. So they'll get like these identifiable faces and names, and they'll know, they'll start off with these people, and then they'll introduce today's speaker for this session, right? So each session will have their own speaker, but the pastors are going to lead them through, and so they're going to be guided through different themes throughout the days and the weeks. So session one will have its own speaker. They're going to be getting used to everything, and then we're gonna finish our. They'll have a house worship band as well. So they brought in worship leaders from other Nazarene churches to create a really exciting worship band to lead the students in worship. And then they'll get those same people every day, as well as those same pastors. And then 11:30, they'll all go eat lunch in the rec hall. Now, the rec hall is a pretty cool place. I'm going to show you a video in a second, but lunch, generally, you don't get a lot of choices, a lot of options, and you'll see, I really want you guys to be in the right mindset of, hey, what we're here for is not like to be picky about our food, right? And so if you allow yourself to complain about the one thing that's small, it might actually negatively impact what God is trying to do in the big things. And so if you don't mind, just try to have a positive attitude about certain things you're not going to like, certain things you are. You may be totally excited about what the food options are, but if not, try not to get so negative on it and realize you're going to eat 100 meals and one may not work for you, but there's going to be more food coming around. And so we'll have plenty of options, and they will have a chance to eat lunch in the rec hall. All right, so let me show you a little bit about, this is probably, if you've never been to NYC, you don't know what is going on, you may have this question, what is a rec hall? This is what a rec hall is. So that's our rec hall. It literally is a room that's capable of housing 10,000 students, plus all these booths and different activities that are set up for your student to really. You got to see some of the fun stuff, some of the physically fun stuff. But there's a lot of different important things they're going to walk around and see. They're going to see mission opportunities. They're going to see stories of people that they've never seen before. They're going to see all sorts of things that the church really puts at the forefront of its mission and wants your students to encounter. And so every day they're going to have an opportunity, whether it's their rec hall day or not. They will spend some time in the rec hall pretty much every day that they're there. They'll have the opportunity to go in there to not just look at like Trevecca's booth, but there'll be dozens of colleges there that are available for your students to interact with, so that they would have a chance to win scholarships or have a chance to speak to an admissions counselor or to look at different programs that different colleges are offering. This really, one of the biggest points that this trip is for is so that they can kind of broaden their horizons and see that there's more to the world than what we see here just in Middle Tennessee. And so they're going to see colleges all across the United States. That may scare some of you parents. It may not, you may not. But we just want them to understand that there's an entire world out there that they're not that different from everybody else. That there's people out there that look and act like them, that also bring a different perspective, but that we're all part of the same team, and we're all part of the kingdom. And so if you are still shopping, students, for where you might go to college, or you just want to make connections across the United States and up in Canada and stuff, this is a great opportunity for you to spend some time thinking about your future. It's not just about where you're going to go to college, though. We're trying to challenge your students to think about their future as far as career paths, as far as ministry opportunities, as far as who God wants them to be as a person, as they are now becoming of age to start creating their adult identities. We want to just be there to help guide them and show them some paths that are available to them. Any questions about the rec hall? All right, so then Friday looks like this. It's not much different. We're going to start off session. This will be the third session. We'll have lunch in the rec hall. And then, so I skipped an important one. Let me go back to Thursday real quick. I just put rec hall in the wrong spot. Mission project is on Thursday is our 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. activity. And if they finish early, they'll go back to the rec hall. Our mission project is really, it's a two-parter, okay? So we've got some prep work I'm going to tell you about tonight that we're going to do, and then they're going to actively be together working hands-on with other students to accomplish these goals. But they are going to be putting together what we're calling crisis care kits. They're going to be assembling them, praying for them, and transporting them and getting these crisis care kits together for those that are affected by natural disasters, homelessness, things that your student may not have encountered, but that they really need to know exist in the world, and they really need to understand that as Christians, we're called to meet these types of needs. And so a little bit of what we're going to do, some good news is that our church has, let me see where we at with this. Okay, so our church has raised some money, because what they asked us to do about a month ago, or not even, what they said, hey, we want every student to bring supplies to pack 10 crisis care kits. Okay, and so we did some math on that. That means we would be bringing with us up to TCC 320 of everything that's on this long list, okay? And Jason and I met, and we thought, okay, it may not be the best idea to try to like send everybody off with a list of like 15 items to go get 10 of everything. Why don't we see if we can get some money together to raise that and ship it there so that it's waiting on us, and then we can take a little bit of that burden off you guys. But we're going to ask if you would, we're going to give everybody in here one item to still bring. And so there is a little bit of homework on your end, but I just want you to know that our church raised $1,000 to be able to go ahead and buy all this. and then to have it waiting for us when we get down there. And that way we don't have to try to send everybody around town buying up all the products and bring it down with us. We can have it waiting for us. So thank you to our church. It's a good thing. What you guys are going to be doing, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be asking you if you would pack 10 body sprays. All right, so if you're a female going with us, if you would pack 10 female body sprays, whatever that looks like for you.
Maybe 11.
11? Oh.
One for
What are you saying, Pastor Jason?
10 to give away.
10 to give away, 1 to keep. Okay. But please, men, do not pack Axe body spray. We don't need Axe body spray. We just need you to wear regular deodorant. I, as a youth pastor, would prefer you never buy your student Axe body spray. But I am up here telling you, would you please buy your students 10 Axe body spray, or they make other brands of men's body spray. If you wouldn't mind sending them with a bag of 10, I would say travel size, or nothing large. We want like 3 ounces, sounds about right. Nothing more than 4 ounces would be nice. We need 10 of those. And so if you're a female student coming, if you wouldn't mind bringing 10 female body sprays, they can be an assortment, whatever. Or if you're a male student, if you wouldn't mind bringing 10 body sprays, that would be great. And so what they're going to do is we're going to mobilize on site, assemble, pray over, distribute these completed care kits to share with those in need around our host city. And so the vision, the big picture vision of this event is for us to get into Tampa and distribute 100,000 of these care kits around the city of Tampa. And so that's a big goal. And when we heard about it, we were like, okay, we're going to do our part. We're going to do 320 kits, but we're going to try to do it as efficiently as possible. And so that's why we went ahead and arranged for them to be shipped and raise that money on your behalf. And we know you guys would have been good for it, though, I promise. Any questions about the care kits or this mission project that we're going to be doing on Thursday?
You said you're handing out 100,000?
100,000 kits, because there's 10,000 people and everybody's bringing 10. That's the goal. That they're not just handing them out. I mean, they're making them. So they're going to be in there packing them and then going and doing the distribution. All right. On to Saturday. All right. Now, Saturday looks like this. It looks like Thursday and Friday, except instead of the mission or the rec hall at 1 o'clock, they're going to do something called Experience. Now, Experience last time at NYC was a really neat opportunity for them to dive into what it looks like to be in a world that's completely impoverished, completely different from maybe what they normally live in, but hopefully it is as good of a job as we can do, other than sending them on a mission trip to an area that's actually in it, of putting it together for them in this convention hall, for them to look through the eyes of somebody who may not have a bunch. That was what we did last time. This time, they're doing a whole different thing. I mean, it's going to be all different. And so I'm excited to see what the experience is. Pastor Jason informed me that we know that there's going to be a prayer aspect to it. And so we're excited to see what that experience is. But it really challenges them to go outside of themselves and to not be, I don't want to call your students selfish, but it really just challenges them to be selfless. Okay? And so that's what the experience is going to be. And then obviously when they finish that, they'll get some more rec hall time. I've saved talking to this part because this part's really important. 7:30 every night is the evening session. So they got that morning session in the arena, the evening session in the arena, and then 9:30 is when they will kind of clear the arena. They give out these wristbands, and if your wristband lights up, you get like floor access. And Taylor Swift comes in, and we do a big. Yes, no, I'm just kidding. I know, right? But it's gonna feel like a Taylor Swift concert, except it's gonna be like Lecrae or somebody. And so, yeah, we've brought in a bunch of different Christian bands that are gonna be putting on a concert every night. And so your student, hopefully, I think it's designed where every student gets to be on the floor once. for the event, and then they start trading bracelets and they work it out. But your student should get a bracelet that allows them to be part of like the up front of the concert, or they'll be seated basically where they sat for the sessions in the arena. There's not like a bad seat, but they will get that experience. There's a whole host of bands I'm going to release to you that are going to be throwing these concerts at night. Last time we did this Newsboys thing, and it was just incredible. They brought a kid up from the audience to like sing the songs, and he became super famous overnight, and people were just chanting for Chester. And so Chester's coming back. He just graduated high school. I actually been talking to Chester on Instagram over the last 5 years. Or not 5 years, but like 4 years. And we have been communicating, and we're excited to have Chester back just as a student. But if you're curious and you want to go to the Nazarene Youth Conference website, you can actually see Chester's story of a student that I'll just let you watch it. But take a second and watch that. You'll be inspired. But our students get to interact and engage with these Christian artists, and a lot of them have really positive messages for your students. And I just think that that's a great opportunity for your student to have a good role model to look up to. And so they're going to have that opportunity to have the concerts and everything those nights, 3 nights in a row, and then we will load up after the concert. So a little bit different from the last NYC. We had a hotel that was like right beside the convention center, and we basically said, hey, if 11:30 is too late for you and you need to go back early, you can go to sleep. This is not going to be an option for our students this time. So I want you to understand going in, you guys need to mentally prepare that we're staying as a group from morning to start of the event to the evening. We're going to the concert together, and then we are all getting on a bus after the concert and going back about 30 minutes away to our hotel. Okay? And so just so you know, up front, don't be grumbling at me like, why are we so far away? I didn't have anything to do. They got to figure out a way to fit like 12,000 people all in one city, and it's tough. And so, you rent out every single hotel, and you just start getting as close to the city as you can. And because we have our own transportation, it just makes it very convenient for us to be able to kind of come on a little bit further. It'd be like somebody driving from Brentwood into Nashville. Imagine that kind of a thing. We'll just be driving in every morning and every evening to the arena. Okay, any questions about Saturday? All right, Sunday. Sunday is the first day. It kind of looks really different because our trip takes a big turn. We're going to have breakfast. We're going to get up and we're going to meet at the arena for our last send-off message. And then we're going to have lunch just as our district afterwards. Last time we actually had the opportunity to go and have lunch just with our church. And so if that opportunity arises, I don't know. It's just a lot different with the transportation thing this year. But I promise you, we will have a lot of group time with just our church. We will find the time to get together nightly to talk through what did you experience today? What really spoke to you in the message? Those types of things. And this day is an incredible day for that. Because this day allows us, if we could all have lunch together, just our church, I would love to do that. But right now the plan is to do it as the district. Because this is the day where we get to look at all 7 sessions and all these experiences and the projects and everything. And we say, all right, let's talk through what we just went through and really dive deep into it and see what God's doing in their life. And so after lunch, we're going to get together, and then our district is going to go off and do this. We've rented a lagoon, and there's water games and stuff like that. It's basically, if you don't know what a lagoon is, I don't really know what a lagoon is. It sounds cool, but yeah, we've rented a lagoon, and so it'll just be us as 400 intimate students. Yeah, just a small group of 400. Any questions about? And then we'll go back to the hotel that night. Any questions about Sunday?
Now, is this lagoon, is that like a natural lagoon, or is it Like a place called the Lagoon.
From what I understand, it is a place that was kind of a lagoon that they spent a lot of money making into a very fun experience where they can do all sorts of like water activities. So I'm sure it's part man-made and part natural. All right, Monday, the big travel back day. It is the day where everybody's just like, don't talk to me. I'm done with you. Hopefully you guys are still excited to be around each other by this time. But this is what it looks like. We're gonna get up super early because we want to get here at a decent hour. We're gonna hit the road and we're gonna come on back. We're gonna stop and have all our meals on the bus. I was trying to get like a last minute text message in. Let me see if I have my phone. It's not. Where are you, phone?
It's right here.
Oh, sorry, I can't even check. Yeah. Hi, everybody. That's my phone. It's on that tripod. But anyway, I was trying to text our coordinator and be like, hey, so I just want to clarify. I assume this is the case, but I need to know because he didn't tell me in the email. I don't know, but we will not let your student miss a meal. Whether or not it's provided by the district, I assume if we're still driving at dinner time, that we will be providing them dinner. But if that were to change or something were to come up, I will let you know. And so I will let you know about that breakfast on the way in and then dinner on the way home, okay? Those are two things I'll put on my list to follow up with you about. So this is it. That is the schedule of the trip. Any more questions about the schedule? Yeah.
So we know we'll pack the kids some snacks,
Mhm.
but we know they'll be gone by Monday.
Right.
Is there any chance there's any way to get?
You want to mail them a care pack? Is that what you're gonna?
No, but for them
You want me to buy
get
'em? You
something
want me to
on the
buy 'em
way.
something?
No, I
Yes.
don't.
I'll do it. If you send me $1,000, I'll make sure your students get.
I'm spending $1,000 on 30 body spray.
That's a lot. Don't spend $1,000 on it. That should
They
only
are
go.
expensive. I just want
Hey,
y'all
yeah,
to
if you're
know.
spending more than $3 on a body spray, come see me. I will help you with that, for real. You shouldn't spend more than $3 a body spray. I do know where you can get 36 Axe body sprays for like $2.50 a piece, so we'll talk.
You didn't tell us that.
Yeah,
because I've already-
that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you guys, the list is so long. I'll show it to you. I have a spreadsheet that is like, oh my goodness, if I asked you guys to go out and buy this, you guys would be out of pocket hundreds more dollars. And I was like, it's gonna be way more efficient if I just buy this all in bulk and have it shipped down there. So we left the one item for you because that item is basically when you buy it in bulk, it's still a little pricey. And so we were like, yeah, we'll give you all the most expensive item. Thanks. I love you guys. Are there any more questions? Obviously, the snack thing is super important, but what I'm recommending in the what to bring list, I'll go over that. We will find a time to buy some more snacks.
Okay.
We're gonna be downtown Tampa for like 5 days straight. I promise you, I will find a way.
Yeah, you
What
can
we
just
have
remind
that
us.
no other church has is Pastor Jason's going to be there with a vehicle. Ashton Underwood's going to be there. Some of our church members are going to be there with vehicles where I can call them up and say, hey, we need a place to store all this stuff all day long. Could we use your car? Could we use your hotel room? Or hey, would you mind at some point making a run and getting us these things? That's a blessing. We're not taking that for granted, but we're very thankful that we have that opportunity. Any more questions on the schedule?